On today's filler episode, I'd like to talk through my experience buying my recent tag from an online Japanese retailer on eBay. The original plan was to purchase this from the AD. Tag is charging $6,800 for this brand new. After tax, that would have sent me back around $7,276. That was the number I've been chasing. Late 2024, I was crowned champion of my fantasy football league. Shout out to NFC South. The winnings from that was the first catalyst to set things in motion and help me to really start to believe that I could have this watch. January 1st, 2025, I went a little crazy and decided to sell more than half of my then current collection. This included some staples, some JDM watches I bought in Tokyo, an SKX, and the watch I started this channel with, the Sternglass Marus. With the help of some of you here on YouTube, thank you, I was able to hit my goal of around $7,000, but this is when things took a little bit of a detour. Browsing eBay, I discovered a Glassbox Panda reference CBS 2216 pre-owned for $4,280. After tax, that was about $4,622.40 shipped. Photos and everything looked great, and the warranty card said the watch was originally purchased in October of 2024. So as of right now, I'm looking at savings of $2,653.60. That's a lot of money. But the big obstacle is eBay. Can it be trusted? Should I trust it? I am not condoning or am I supporting anything related to buying from online retailers or gray market dealers. This is a decision I made with my money, and I took a chance. And it worked out. I cannot say that the same thing will happen for you, so just keep in mind that anything can happen, and I am sure some of you have stories. I've been using eBay for almost 20 years, and here are some of the things I do first before making any purchases. The online retailer that sold me the tag is Gallery Rare, based in Osaka, Japan, so this is how I sussed it out. The first thing I always look at is the About section on the store's main page. Gallery Rare has been an eBay member since December of 2010. That's good. Next thing is how many items they've sold. Gallery Rare has sold over 8,000 items on their eBay store. That's also good. Feedback is also very important. 99.2% over 8.4K items sold is a good ratio. I always read the negative feedback first to see if there's anything about items being counterfeit. Next, I go to the positive feedback and read through feedback for items in my similar price bracket and category. And in this case, in the last 12 months, Gallery Rare has 555 positive transactions. That's good. After I do the eBay check, I look online outside of eBay for any bad reviews left by customers, usually on Reddit. Gallery Rare had a lot of good mentions and ratings according to my research, so that gave me the confidence to want to purchase. Assessing all the risk, all the what ifs, I did it. The biggest motivator was the savings, which is at $2,653.60 right now. That's a lot of money. Duties. This is the part I was most nervous about. If you live in the US and want to buy something that exists in another country, you gotta pay something to get it imported. There are some online retailers that will include these fees in the final price. As I was browsing eBay for the Carrera, there were some retailers that handled the fees and there were some that did not. Gallery Rare does not handle the fees for you. Gallery Rare shipped to DHL and shipping was honestly a breeze, but before we go into how duties was handled, these are some things I think you should lock in before making any international purchases on eBay. Make sure the seller has the correct address. I don't even want to know what kind of torture that is if your package gets shipped to the wrong place. Make sure the seller has your correct email address and phone number. DHL is going to text you or email you as soon as your package starts moving. Make sure to fill out all the online paperwork as soon as they send it. DHL will email you and text you a link to fill out a customs form. The customs form will be pretty standard information, name, address, telephone number. They will require you to input either a social security number or an EIN number. I went ahead and entered my social just because it's a personal item and nothing that my corporation can write off. After you submit the form and the package lands in the US, DHL will send you another link to pay for the duties online. I paid via PayPal. Duties for my tag came out to $81.20, which is actually much cheaper than I thought it would be. So the final price of the Carrera after duties is $4,703.60 with a savings of $2,572.40. That's a lot of money. Two quick notes before we wrap things up. Number one is trust the process. Your package may get into a brief holding pattern at times. There will be text updates saying customs clearance status updates and clearance events. You will get text sometimes saying packages on hold. This is DHL working things out on their end. When I called customer service, they said this is pretty standard and they cannot dispatch the package until all the information and the duty payments you submitted gets cleared. Number 2, DHL offers an online signature so that you don't have to physically be present when the package gets delivered. I live in a pretty safe neighborhood, so I opted for this. And it all worked out. I will admit at times it was a bit nerve-wracking and not knowing how much duties to pay made me a bit anxious, but in the end, it was worth it, at least for me. I saved around $2,500, which means I can buy another watch, or 2. Will I ever make a luxury watch purchase on eBay again? I honestly don't know. I think it'll be a case-by-case scenario. I feel like with anything, the more you do something, it increases your chances for failure, so just be smart about it and do your research. The last thing I want to talk about is, do I regret selling 10 of my more affordable watches to make way for this big purchase? After a few days of owning, I really don't have any regrets. The only watches I miss seeing in my box is the Sternglass, the SKX, RJ, I see you, I hope you enjoy it. And I still kind of miss the Speed Timer. We'll see how I feel after a month. I'm going to take a quick break from the tag to work on another Seiko review. Be on the lookout for that coming up. I think the Carrera review will be coming out mid to late February. My work is picking up, so I'm trying to decipher my schedule right now. As always, thank you so much. I'd really love to hear your stories that you had purchasing from eBay or purchasing internationally. If you have anything or any sort of experiences that you have, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.